That is really super. How did a nitwit like you get so tasteful?
I am not afraid to let go. I am not afraid to. I am not afraid to let go.
That is really super. How did a nitwit like you get so tasteful?
Let me know. Yeah. Suicide if you ever try to let go. I'm sad, I'ma let it go, yeah. I'm sad, I know.
Slang. Regular day, niggas be trapping the regular way. Niggas ain't talking the cellular way. If you wantin' that money, then meet me right there. Niggas still trapping like over the night. Auntie still banging my phone over ice. Lost on that, he say it's over the price. Don't give a fuck, I got the fuck. Niggas be talking that money, we really just keep it on tuck. Talking to niggas that catching the homicide. Know that you feeling it all in your gut. Who I'ma trust, who I'ma bust. Niggas don't know what the fuck I'ma do. Niggas keep watching, niggas keep plotting. Getting me bounce like you working for 12. I cut up 40 and say you the hill. Who the fuck you talking to by the L? I get the nigga that calling me better, bet niggas don't care about having no bill. Still play with fire, still living life like the wild. Nigga, we counting the 50s and 20s and 100s. The police, they running the house and them niggas, they still couldn't find. I'm telling you truth. Nigga, they telling me chill over streets and I go in the booth. I was just trapping outside like a fool. We the one turning the one into two. I was the one riding around with the stick in the Civic. My nigga go ahead and just shoot. Nigga, we shoot out the car. I could walk down, nigga, make you a star. Put you on news. Nigga, we keeping it cool. Selling the diamond, the dub in the school. I done came up. Nigga, we running around, nigga, flame up. Let's go.
We see the hype outside. Right from the house. Took it straight from outside. Straight to the couch. We put the mic outside. Edit shit out. You letting the scouts outside. We running the scouts. Ain't no control in the game. They never leave. I got tats over my veins, cause that what I bleed. She drink a lot of the bourbon, like she from the street. We got control of the flows and we heard that your wave went dry. We flooding the drought. Heard that your hood outside. We added some routes. We having the goods outside. Move it in and out. You letting the scouts outside. We running the scouts.
Nigga, the cops outside. Lock up the house. We keep the team on high. Some gold in their mouth. Nigga, the Porsche outside. With at the top. She one of my most outside. Bringing the shots. Tell these phony bitches beat it. With that Photoshop on body Adobe. Helmet. She in there making panini. She know I got all the bread. She know me. Got it. I'm a hustle. I've been busy. It's been a minute since my niggas done known it. Howdy. Cleveland boy, he make them pay. Yes, that Cleveland boy, he done made a way. Hey. Headed for somewhere to go. Anyone send them on these. Niggas don't know where to go. Gotta keep giving them heat. Time to go double though. Time to add up the mad. And I've been dealing with so many things, having so many dreams.
Let's go. They tell me I think too much. Yeah. Life is like an uppercut to gut. Yeah. Love, it's quick to bust. They tell me that I give too much. I care too much. The future's bright. I only cut. I dream big like I ain't seen enough. I ain't experienced enough like I ain't been overseas. Ivory Coast, feel the breeze. Take my mind to a knees. See where father grew up and take me right to my knees. Enough is enough. Enough is enough now. 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 I'm no longer in fear. The way I'm in fear. Stars are now aligned. Waiting my time. Quiet and grind. Enough is enough. Enough is enough now.
Mother talk to the game.
living far from the lanes, living out in the hills. Jewish guys pay my bills, Jewish nigga pay my tax. Over 500 racks. Uncle Sam need a slap. My new accountant need a dap. My new bitch need a bag. Who me? Laugh. Bitch, you better save your money, get creative with a paper like arts and crafts. Bitch, I'm arching backs. Nigga, I'm architect. Nigga, I built this house all by myself. Bitch, where was you at? You was standing in the back. You was sitting on another nigga lap, taking pics, duck face, quack, quack. You was never in a trap. You was living in a dorm room, never ever strapped. Transport backpack. Matter of fact, you was whack. Wasn't you? You was hack, had bricks. You was Lord nigga, fall back. You cap.
Newest accountant, she busy counting my doubters. I lost a lot of money, that was a downer. Whole fam in position of power, put riches in the community, and we started fixing the product. Hey, stepping on the scene with a couple of bands, 3 hoes like I'm Santa, turning Jacob to a dentist. My money stormy, make it rain like Kylie Jenner. When I'm on the mic and I spit that rap, I'ma kill the track. ASAP, I put New York on my bag.
Early.
Another Friday.
Yo, what it do? Another Friday. It's the early morning show.
Yo.
You know what I'm saying? The morning show podcast. Max show right here. Got my guy Bruke Fasil right next to me.
Yes, sir. It's
you know
a beautiful day.
It is a beautiful day.
First
beautiful
Clubhouse
Friday.
Episode. What's up with
everybody?
everybody?
On Clubhouse, so what it do? Anybody that's tuning in on Clubhouse, what it do? It's Friday, the 22nd January.
Want to give a little premise about what we talk about on the show? What we about?
Yeah, so this is, you know what I'm saying, early morning show podcast. This is where me and my guy Bruke talk about everything that's really just like pertinent to our lives. You know what I'm saying? We're sports guys, we're entertainment guys, content creators, entrepreneurs. You know, I always hate calling myself an entrepreneur. I don't know why.
It is what it is. You know what
it is what it is.
Sometimes
Big fan.
Sometimes words become cliché,
it's a buzzword.
It is
yeah.
what it is. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? It's like, and it's like when I I just really live the life of like running businesses in a way that's not glamorous. It's cool.
Nigga.
You know what I'm saying? In a way that's not cool. I was having a conversation yesterday about like this shit start, not to say it's like taking a toll on me, like getting to me, but I'm like, this shit is stressful as hell, man.
Oh man.
You know what I'm saying? This shit is stressful as fuck.
Because you know, when you managing your businesses, you know, 24/7 type of endeavor.
24/7
thing,
bro.
You got multiple businesses, you know what I'm saying? You gotta just multiply that. So
yeah,
and I mean, in terms of the stress, I feel like that's something that it comes with it, right? That shouldn't necessarily go away, but
it's a necessary evil. And it's also too like, and it's crazy because I be telling people like how I got into it. Like I really did not know what I was getting into.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But like now that I'm here, I'm not backing down. You know what I'm saying? But it is just like, fuck, bro. Like you can't see the turns and the twists that come around no corners. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's why they say when you commit to something, you really got to commit to it, because if you don't commit to it, if you're halfway in, one, you won't really get the fruits of the labor. You know what I'm saying? Two, you'll every little thing will make you turn around. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Like everything you view everything as a hassle, as opposed to like, you know, stepping stones, right? Like you gotta like it's all part of it shit to get over shit. Yeah. And you gotta build your resilience through that. You gotta become more innovative through that. So yeah, like those are, you know, trials and tribulations of what you want to do. But you know, that's why I don't even know necessarily if like passion is always a requirement for what it is that you do, but like just really putting your 100% effort in what it is that you do, and you always gonna get your results back, I feel. But you know, is the process enjoyable all the time throughout that? No, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, big facts. The process is definitely not always enjoyable, but I do feel like to the point that you just made about, you know what I'm saying, when you knowing that you're trying hard,
right?
Like I know that I try hard, so like it's like, you know, I know I'm going to, and also I feel like I know that I'm learning skills and tools that I can take anywhere. Like learning, like, oh my God, learning how to run a business is really a lesson in like person to person. It's a lesson in life. You know what I'm saying? It's like how you deal with your relationships and how you deal with adversity are like the two main factors of running a successful business. And by successful, I literally just mean like you're able to do it for as long as you want to do it. Like,
you know why?
It don't mean that you know got millions of motherfuckers buying your product or buying your service. You know what I'm saying?
100%. And I feel like, you know, you go through these like realizations and like, you know, these ebbs and flows, because with business, there's an end game. So like, how do we reach that end game? You have everybody's a players, and what I mean by the players is like the people that also assist you or the people that you work with hand in hand. Like it's a shared purpose and goal. So like to get there, like it's always an accountability thing. It's always checking in thing. It's different than like familial relationships, right? There is no like an end goal to the family. I guess it's just to live a good life. But this is like, you know, what, let's just say you and I ideal circumstances. There's no goal like tomorrow we all as a family have to like, no, like business though, you know what I'm saying? It's forever growing. So it's like you would hope all of the parts within that business are always growing as well too. But you can't assume that. You can never assume that, right? And family, it could be all love. Might not spoke to my cousin in a minute, but it's all love. Like, no, with the business is like, no, if there's facets that you have not tended to in this business, that shit is probably going to be like the demise of this business.
You know what's funny, bro? I think you'll appreciate this analogy. I kind of liken it to plants, like literally how you're talking about it just now. I'm just like, dog, that's like plants. Like if you don't water, you can have a whole arbitrary, what's the joint, arbitrary or whatever the fuck it's called. What's that joint?
Like a terrarium,
like a terrarium or arboretum or some shit like that. Right. You can have a whole joint, bro. And if you're only like watering certain plants, like the other plants are going to die. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't just be watering the same plants every time. You know what I'm saying? Because like that's not going to help the other ones. You know what I'm saying? Right. It might add to the over, you know what I'm saying? If a few plants are growing better than other ones, it might add to the overall beauty, but like, you know, there's no hiding from things that you're not doing. You know what I'm saying?
And inevitably it will start taking away from other aspects of your business that were doing well. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like, it's kind of like
or from you as a person. You know what I'm saying? Like bullshit. Or from you as a person.
Kind of like that boat with the fucking hole in it.
Yeah.
It's like you're still sailing, but like the boat is getting filled with water.
Yeah, and that's a problem. That's a problem.
You have to clog that hole. You know?
Big facts. That's funny as hell. So basically, anybody that's listening can tell I had a tough week in the business world. right. I'm on here venting. But you know what's crazy? It's like all love, because like again, bro, I would rather live a life doing tough things than like feeling like I'm not being fulfilled doing like easy
100%. Or you know what I'm saying, fooling yourself to believe that life is always, you can always coast through it, right? Because then you can like fool yourself when some fucking real adversity does come, which you are fully capable of overcoming. You don't want to be in that mindset where just you looking at this shit like, fuck, like, I ain't gonna get through this with them. I don't know how to find a solution to that. So it's like we always just gotta like try our brain off some resilience shit. Always just be on some resilience shit.
Everything is get throughable.
As a content creator, I feel like one of our best skills is always just being able to adapt. Always being able to adapt. Shit's always forever changing. So you know, I feel like, you know, we're always cognizant of that, because I mean, we create content, so we observing. That's all creators do. You observe.
Get into some of the interesting things.
Yeah, man.
This week,
topic.
Interesting week, man.
It is. It has been.
I'm gonna run down some of the big things that happened throughout the week. Okay. First thing I do want to say before we even really get into it, man, we got some special things happening with the team. Today, Alex's birthday.
Oh, shout out
Alex Ganga, Olexi on Instagram. Y'all know, if y'all know me, y'all know her.
I seen the photo.
Happy birthday to her. Today is her birthday. She's turning 30.
Happy birthday.
My homie Tim, you know what I'm saying? We the fifth. We were all familiar with him. His birthday's on Sunday.
Okay.
24th. So you know what I'm saying? Early happy birthday to that guy. That's like really my brother right there. So it's really been dope, his growth and his you know what I'm saying? Development, I guess is the word. But definitely want to give a shout out, birthday shout out to those guys. What you say?
Tim, we shot that apple cider vinegar video for me.
Oh yeah, that joint was very tough. Yeah,
he was in New York.
That was very tough. Niggas always down to just do some work, bro. Like it's crazy. Anytime, because he lives in Atlanta. Anytime I would go out there, even if like it's crazy. because I feel like there was a time when not necessarily with him and my group of friends on that side, but like there was a time where every time I did something or went somewhere, it's like, how can I get some content made? Where can I shoot? What can I shoot? Always trying to think about some shit to do, productive wise. And then when I started like making trips to Atlanta to go see him, it's like he was on that wave. Like, we gotta do something, even if I'm there to chill. Like, even if I'm there to chill, he's like, nah, let's shoot something. Let's do something. You know what I'm saying? So like, even that New York is just like more of a testament to that. Like, we were there to shoot one thing, but it was like, nah, like, nigga, let's shoot as like literally it was like 4 different things shot throughout that day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's funny though, man. You take a trip with content creators, boy,
that's what's gonna happen.
A whole lot than what
that's what's gonna happen.
You're gonna do a whole lot more.
Big facts. And then also another thing that I wanted to just mention was Low Village got a dope EP coming out today.
I see the little
that Lost America joint. Yeah, that joint is very tough. Definitely got some content around that coming out. You know what I'm saying, in the near future. But the EP is tough. I've heard it. You know what I'm saying. I've heard all the tracks on it. They're all fire, all with a great message. You know what I'm saying? Definitely tapping into this social justice movement we got going on right now. So yeah, I definitely think it's worth a listen. You know what I'm saying? You can find that joint on all the OTTs. I mean, all the streaming platforms. Lost in America is what it's called. And then yeah, so like other things this week, man.
Let's get into it.
Fucking okay. I guess the biggest thing is the inauguration, right?
Oh yeah, 46. Sorry.
Yeah. So
yeah, man.
Much to the I guess surprise of people, Donald Trump left the White House. Like motherfuckers really thought he wasn't going to leave. Like
I don't know. I was,
that's what niggas was really talking about. Like, oh, you're not gonna leave. Like, what are you talking about? Like, you know what I'm saying? He's gonna be moved, if anything.
Yeah, exactly. Like he carried the same energy to his till his last part.
Literally till his last
part, and he carried the same energy. But yeah, I don't really have too many emotions towards that. Fucking yeah, we'll see. Like hopefully people apply the same pressure for the
to get things done. To get things done. That's what this is about.
We in a dire circumstance, so nothing has really changed. We really just changed the leader at the helm. So yeah, let's see. Let's just measure people by actions. I don't care about the appeasing to emotions. I don't care about any of that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just smoke and mirrors. Let's just let's just get to the actions. Let's just get to the actions of everything, because we're not about to sit here today and go over everybody's background. We're not about to do that. But hopefully just hold truth to power, and hopefully we could progress. That's all we ask for.
Yeah, 100%. I feel those sentiments. If I do say something about the how the country feels, let's make this a motherfucker. I like
70 million niggas that literally is also impeach this nigga.
Yeah. Like, oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Niggas are feeling that way.
I was gonna say, okay, maybe it's because of the circles that I find myself in. You know what I'm saying? But like most of the people that I interact with on a regular basis are like ecstatic to have Biden and Kamala Harris in the White House. And I'm gonna say to that point, like, cool. Like, it's cool to see, people happy that a black woman is a vice president. Like, one of my favorite shows is Veep, and like Veep has always kind of conditioned me for Veep. Like a female vice president. So in my head, I'm like, we've been experiencing this. You know what I'm saying? But I was watching. I saw like bits and clips of the inauguration just in me like doing my everyday things. Like I was at Serge's house for a little bit of that day, and he had it on. I was at my mom's house for a little bit of that day. She had it on. Right. So like just to see people like genuinely pleased, was cool.
And that's the thing though. It's like I just be like, and nowadays more than ever, we cannot just always let like this emotion. This fucking election was emotion based.
Oh yeah, 100%.
It was whoever 100%. Can bank and appeal to emotions the best. That's what it was. And I always think that's always the precarious position to be in as a nation. Yeah. Both sides. I'm not choosing either side. I'm just like it played on emotions to get your votes.
Yeah.
We're not talking about foreign policy. We're not talking about how the fuck we're going to conduct ourselves as a nation moving forward. So when I talk about, optics, it's the same thing with Obama, right? I'm not, by no means am I undermining how powerful it is of an image to see people of color assume the most powerful position in the world or the top positions of the world, right? So in terms of representation, in terms of, you know, younger generations, what they can aspire to be, that's amazing. Okay. But after the optics, that's some fucking, you know, shallow ass pro to pull away from a situation if all you're talking about is optics.
Yeah, I feel that.
Because, you know, with optics, it's like, well, just get into the details. You know what I'm saying? Get into the details. And that's why I'm just trying to say, with the position that we are all in globally and as a nation right now, is really accountability time.
Yeah.
So nothing to really be geeked about. It's just the changing of who's in power. And the Biden administration is nothing really new, because he was a part of the Obama administration.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like there's new, it's kind of the same status quo type of shit. And I don't care what anybody says, man. A lot of you know, there's a lot of bullshit that goes down with all of these people when they're, you know, presidencies. And
man.
And the thing is, because, you know, us as a nation, we don't necessarily think globally. You know what I'm saying? We don't think about, you know, how we enforce our wills on other countries. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we don't have to get too off in a tangent though. Hopefully,
because
you know, shit lit. I know we got
just,
a lot.
It's just like the most important thing that I think happened this week in the country. So
you're right. You're definitely right about that.
That was worth mentioning. But because you know, I think this is a sports heavy episode.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of things. First of all, let's start with the NFL, because I think we got some great championship games.
And can I make one note before we even get in?
Yeah, what it do?
See, shout out Dwayne Haskins.
That's why shout out Dwayne Haskins.
So the Steelers picked them up. So yeah, so you know, I just wanted to say that, right?
This nigga found himself a job.
Yeah, because you know, we definitely ragged on another week.
We definitely ragged on.
I'm gonna tell you right now, with as much transgressions as a dude like Ben Roethlisberger has also had in his past, you know what I'm saying? For the Steelers to go ahead and pick up Dwayne Haskins,
another toxic quarterback.
No. I'm not. No. By no means I'm putting that, because like Ben Roethlisberger's past is real fucking toxic. Yeah. Real problematic. Like real problematic. Yeah. Dwayne Haskins was just being dumb.
He just went to a strip club.
Being in his feelings.
Big facts. Yeah. He was being a little immature.
All I'm saying about that, and you got Byron Leftwich as a quarterback coach over there, and Ben Roethlisberger to literally be behind him, because you already know, like, his final hour is coming.
We like Byron. I'm not saying like Byron. What do you think about Byron Leftwich? Because
I think Byron Leftwich, like when he played and when he has time in Jacksonville Jaguars, he was good. He was a good quarterback, good lefty.
I'm more talking about a coach. It seems like he's coming up the ranks. Like
as a coach, he's even better than he was as a player, as a coach. So for Dwayne Haskins, I'm like, yo, shout out to you, man, because this move can literally turn your whole fucking fortunes around. You're in a fucking
Mike Tomlin.
You got Mike Tomlin. They gonna put you right.
They're gonna get him right.
Washington.
They're gonna get him right, or they're gonna get him out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
because he's the type of individual. It's like, look, you have the talent. You really needed a structure, and where you coming from, there was no structure. People really put
no respect for no respect for whatever structure was there.
If you really think about it, it's kind of naive. Y'all niggas gave a fucking 21-year-old nigga the fucking leadership,
the keys to the kingdom,
leader. Like, he's captain. Like, come on.
What's crazy is they did the same thing with Chase Young, but Chase Young is deserving. Chase Young has earned it for sure, like clear cut,
out the gate. Yeah, you know? So I just wanted to make mention of that, bro.
I didn't even know that. I'm glad you said that, because I did not know that. Like, when did that happen?
So that happened, I think, 2 days ago. Okay. So shout out to him, man. That shit that could turn it around, man.
No, that's very tough. And
Hall of Fame quarterback, Hall of Fame coach.
Yeah.
Fucking, you got some pieces. It's not like it's trash. You need a running game.
And he's gonna be playing. He's gonna be learning from just watching. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Ben Roethlisberger.
Pat Mahomes.
Yeah.
Just sit your ass
down. Because that's another thing about Dwayne. He had to fucking
man.
This nigga Dwayne was kind of thrown into the fire of a team who proved to be formidable, but like didn't start off that way. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like, we started off definitely, we had to find ourselves. And then it just happened to be at a time where like this nigga he lost all interest, it seemed like. So
for sure.
We'll see how that move plays out. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna wish I have no reason to wish bad on Dwayne Haskins. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hope he turns up over there. I think that kind of brings us to the whole Deshaun Watson thing, because that's an interesting situation in and of itself. You know what I'm saying? I was seeing reports. At first I thought, okay, maybe they'll come to terms or something, because like we saw the whole what's his name? Eric Bieniemy. They're going after. I don't know. Did they get him or
so that's the thing.
They were going after him.
No, this is the thing about it. No, they made a fucking lackluster, piss poor job of going after Eric Bieniemy, and they weren't even really trying to get him. This is the whole thing why Deshaun was really mad, is because he had realized. And the bizarre thing about it is he got paid.
That's what I'm saying. This nigga signed a extension.
It's more of an indictment on the Texans, like, because everybody's saying
like he wanted to be here. Like I want to be here.
Like you gave him that bread, he was locked in. Yeah. What the fuck did y'all do to have this nigga off some get me out of here? So for one, you got Hopkins up out of there. We have to track it back from the beginning.
Did you see that tweet with that Schefter put out? He was like, when the Texans got rid of DeAndre Hopkins, Deshaun Watson's anger was on a 2. Now it's on 10. And then Deshaun Watkins retweeted him like, no, it was on 10 back then.
Hey, that's crazy. That's crazy. See, that's things. So what's so wild about that? And I was really critical. I was super critical of Bill O'Brien. Still am. It's not that I didn't find him like. It's not that he wasn't competent, but as a coach, when he was their coach, he had too much power. He was the coach and the GM. Yeah. I think he got fired after week 4 this year. But now, as I'm seeing, he got fired, and now this shit, the fire is just burning even more. Yeah, I'm starting to see that all the blame that I even had on Bill O'Brien, I kind of really got to look really to ownership now, because you really empowered individuals that had a power. Like it take few people are going to say no to power that you're trying to give them. You feel me? Like, not a lot of people can just be like, I'm good off that. You know
we should diverse the power, power a little bit. Like,
you know what I'm saying? But and at the same time, you will be like your first scapegoat. But now when I'm Deshaun, you traded Deshaun Watson. And now when I'm thinking about it, he still had respect for Bill O'Brien. So now when I'm thinking about it, even when that shit happened, maybe in the back of like Bill O'Brien's mind, he's like, yo, Deshaun, maybe like, bro, you too relevant nigga for this whole organization. Let me just trade. Like, I might take the heat. But Hopkins was not mad at that nigga when he came to Cardinals. He's like, we have respect. I respect that man. So now with all of this happening, I'm like, okay, it's the McNairs, yo. And we have to, context. Like 2 years ago, their father, before he passed away, the fucking owner of the team, referred to these niggas as inmates. So it's kind of already letting you know the culture,
what they think. Like,
and this is a new franchise. This is all they came into the league 04, 05.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So
it's probably the newest franchise in the league, other than like teams that have changed cities and stuff like that.
Exactly. Yeah, and then you have you got your former players, Andre Johnson said some bullshit.
Oh yeah, Arian Foster
said some shit.
I used to love Arian Foster, bro. Yeah, man, and I'm just like, bro, the nigga retired at what, like 30 years old? Like he retired super young. No, great for him. But I definitely always was thinking like, why did he just like leave? I mean, you definitely see how like motherfuckers who are conscious, like Arian Foster is. He used to have I think he still has a podcast. I don't know if he ever like tuned into his podcast, but like he's a conscious dude. He's not like he's not one of these dudes that you're just gonna tell what to do and not tell why. You know what I'm saying? Like he's definitely a self-thinking type person, right? So like I definitely when he left, when he like kind of like walked away from football, I was like, bro, like what's going on? But also kind of getting to know him through his podcast, you can see like he's not one of those niggas. You know what I'm saying? He's just not one of those niggas. You know what I'm saying? So you can see that with him in Houston. You could see that with Andre Johnson. Literally said a few weeks ago, like Houston ruins players' careers. Like ruins players' careers, which is interesting because
look at this, man. JJ Watt, man. That's one of the
does he have beef with them?
No, that's one of the best defensive players of our time. Of our time.
Mm-hmm. And it's crazy that TJ Watt's one of the best defensive players right now. Like it's crazy that both of those niggas are like two of the top players in the
It's just kind of like yeah, bro. They'll
it's in the genes for sure.
But they're like they never put you in a position to win.
Oh yeah.
I be more so of some like it's to be crazy. I understand how you breed loyalty to a team because you in that city, you don't work in that. It's deeper than like it's deeper than rap.
You got to do things. You got to do things in the government.
Everything. You're like, I love this.
And you probably live there, like the same way I live here, and I love where I live.
Business is here. I ain't trying to leave, but at the same time too, it's kind of like, dog, niggas let your whole shit wither away. You had injuries, tore ACL, broke a back here too. It's like give all niggas your whole life, your Hall of Fame career. For them to do what for you? Look what they built around you, dog. Before Deshaun Watson, it was Matt Schaub and David Carrs of the world.
Yeah.
This is what the fuck y'all was rocking with. This
it's
is
crazy.
Y'all.
JJ Watt has always their defense has like
Now
been
it's Aaron
stout.
McDonald, but JJ Watt was the nigga.
Their defense has been stout. I'm more saying that like he's always like his side of the ball has always been stout, but the offense has always been very questionable, and which will lead to like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 win teams. You know what I'm saying? And it's like when you're not doing anything, not really making any real noise, it's frustrating, especially if you're a winner. Like these niggas who are nice are winners, bro. Like they don't want to be around losers. You know what I'm saying? I was watching, it's very interesting. I was going to go into a whole nother tangent about the Tiger Woods documentary. Oh, we might have to save that though, because I was watching that shit. I was watching that shit the other day. That joke's very tough. Have you seen it?
It's new.
It's new. Okay, on HBO. It's tough. It's tough. Watch that joy this week. We'll talk about that shit next week. But but also I think that brings, oh my God, the whole thing that you were talking about with like the McNairs and ownership in the NFL.
Ownership in general, right?
Ownership in general. I think well, the thing is, when we take it to the NBA, bro, like the NBA don't be having these Donald Sterling. It's like, I mean, they do be, I'm about to say they don't be having these problems, but it's different a little bit. Maybe not. I don't know
why, because look, everything is divided. You could really, everything can like be broken down like into a microcosm of like, look, it's divided lines. Yeah. NBA is just more liberal with it.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah.
And I do think, but I do Sterlings that know how to shut the fuck up.
I do think there's NBA. I think the NBA, the players have a little more, way more say.
They do, because even look at football. Look at the nature of the sport. This is a team sport.
It's a team sport.
52-man roster.
52-man roster and a practice squad. You have your helmet
on your fucking head while you play.
Yeah, and you can't. It's part of the rules. You can't take it off. Like, don't take your fucking helmet off, nigga. We don't want to see your face. We don't want to get to know you.
This is not about individuality.
Yeah,
like
big
more
facts.
so than any other sport. This is not about that.
Big facts.
So y'all building
even the team brands. Celebrations, like they made it where it's like they used to get penalized. It's crazy. It's like now you can do it if it's a team thing, but they used to get penalized for overly celebrating. Yeah, I remember they was so elaborate with their celebration.
They started really competing, getting really. Yeah, NFL's like y'all niggas is
that was a great time, bro. That was a great time. That was a great time. Remember that ESPN commercial where they was trying to pitch celebration ideas to Chad Johnson?
This is how you know how finicky. This is how you know how finicky should be.
Yeah,
niggas be real upset because they trying to uphold this culture. Y'all niggas is y'all being too black. Fuck that shit. Then you realize, niggas like that shit. The ratings.
Oh yeah, let's do it. Just make it more team oriented. Just we'll do the team cam. You know what I'm saying? All that type of shit.
The same thing with Kaepernick. Yeah. When it first started, niggas are like stand their ground. Fuck that shit. Fuck. Yeah. Now it's at the point. Of course, there's some niggas that hold their ground, but the powers that be can't even voice that shit. The literal global consciousness has changed. No, you cannot say that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can't say fuck what he was standing about. You're literally about to get canceled and everything you're doing. So they have to shift it. They got to shift it, but they be like, they still off some nigga. We a fucking private corporation, nigga. Don't try it. Like nobody's bigger than a brand. And it goes with all of these leagues. At the end of the day, niggas could try it. Even like Kyrie, I'm glad he came back and shit like that. And we gonna get it to him.
Yeah, we gonna get into that.
Nobody's bigger than the league. Nobody's bigger than their leagues. Like at the end of the day, like this shit will keep going without you. You could retire today. This shit will keep going on without you. A bigger conversation.
Go ahead. Yeah.
That we could really have, and this is a whole nother show in itself too, is when do players realize that truly, I mean, they do realize it, but you are the product. You, again, I'm saying it again, because what we keep preaching about and everything, because I'm talking about some real kind of like radical shit, but you are the product. You see what Ice Cube did with the fucking Big Three. You see niggas just love watching basketball. Yeah. We love these personalities, these niggas we grew up with. We love that shit.
Yeah.
Build an infrastructure, niggas will follow. It doesn't always have to be the NFL. It does not always have to be the NBA.
That's hard to do. It's
hey,
hard
bro,
to build it.
When I say that, man, that's one of the most biggest, easier said than done things. But at the same time,
I'm not saying that in the sense of like it's not worth doing. I'm just saying that like that's why it hasn't been done, because the thing is, and it's literally, bro, we started off this whole conversation about like, damn, like building a business is hard. It is hard. It's way easier to join an already built one and make it better. You know what I'm saying? Or to join something that's already been established and built, and you know what I'm saying, add your talents to it. You know what I'm saying? It's way easier to do that. And the payday is better off for you as well. You know what I'm saying? But what I will say is that dog, you're right. You're absolutely right. Like once people realize like what the product and what's being sold, it's gonna take a long fucking time. But if you're Kaepernick sacrificed what he wanted to sacrifice, and then look, like now it's part of the league to like add some kind of respects for Black Lives Matter and stuff like that. Like after they said for 3 years, no, like literally like kicked him out of there. Like this nigga just kind of went and did his own thing, and then it circled back to like, oh no, like y'all see what I was talking about? You know what I'm saying?
That's the thing, because I really feel like, look, let's just say for instance, I had this conversation earlier. Let's just say for instance, LeBron's like, you know what? Fuck this shit. I'm retiring. I'm not retiring like from ball. Like I'm about to go try to form my own league. Like let's say he tried to do that. Now he may sacrifice his career. Like the NBA career may end the minute he tried to decide to do that. But the ripple effect that it would send, like the mission would not stop there.
So
inevitably,
it would probably take like 20 years.
Because you did that. It's going to follow up because you had the LeVar Balls of the world looking crazy, looking like, oh, he's trying to do this. You look, wow, nigga, no. No, the minute you got real fuel behind this shit, niggas start looking like, yo, you know what? It's just a matter of building the infrastructure and getting a lot of people aligned to do this shit. Because I would say even the NBA and the NFL, by no means are they like simple organizations. They're very complex.
Very complex.
They're very complex.
It's not like no one's saying you're going to go tomorrow and start a new NFL. You know what I'm saying?
Like what it is, and more so, and sometimes you don't even have to be off some boom, just like out in the open with your shit. Just, discreetly motherfucking you pulling individuals with resources and you know who these individuals are and capable of, and you can just like infrastructure is not something that has to even be voiced. Like you could do a lot of things just subtly, like off some. If I ever said that, don't think I just said that on a whim. Like I've already had intentions of building something like this, and I've linked with a lot of individuals that are already invested in some way within doing something like this. So you're right. Process like a motherfucker. Ain't nothing you're gonna say, oh, in the next 2. No, like literally, if they were to do it right now,
something it could be like an NBA, like another decade.
If it was to happen right now, though, like if it was somebody's be radical happen. Try to act for it right now. I'm saying 5 to 7 years. I say 5 to 7 years.
5 to 7. I feel like that's even longer. I feel like that's even shorter.
I think they can hyper focus, but for sure, I think that could happen because again, bro, as it pertains to NBA, y'all niggas stop playing. There's nothing.
No, NBA. I think it's a little easier because the thing is, I would posit this like what happened with the XFL? Like, because the XFL tried to start its own thing, and now that shit's folding. Like,
let me be clear about that. The NFL's
way harder,
and
that's why I think it's more institutional racism in the NFL among ownership and stuff like that.
White players not even the second best in the NBA, bro. That's Euro.
Yeah,
like,
Euro.
You feel me? It's not even the white. Like it's really predominantly black.
And then Europeans, and then the Caucasians, maybe.
You feel me?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
no, facts.
Or you could really say like them niggas in Africa.
Yeah,
come on, that shit full of niggas that's from Africa.
Nah, big facts.
Like, so it's
coming. It's starting.
The totem pole just off some just factual, just on a skill base. So if niggas like stop doing that, like that would severely fuck up the NBA.
I just think that the NBA isn't the NBA players aren't as fed up with the league. I mean, I don't know. Maybe you have better insight than I do, but I feel like in NBA, like they're a little more pleased with like their situation than maybe NFL players
Sometimes
are.
That be the problem, but yeah, you're right.
And I don't mean pleased like, we're pleased.
Right,
like you can call us whatever you want because you treat us well. I'm not saying that. I'm saying like no, like they work together to like work on the things that they find important. You know what I'm saying? That's the gist I get. Like I feel like, Adam Silver does a pretty good job of like keeping his ear to the streets as far as what the players actually want. And I was talking last week about Mark Cuban. That was literally what he said worked for him. Like he literally was like, bro, like I'm the ultimate. He didn't say this, but like
you see what he did for Delonte West, right?
Yeah, like he's the ultimate players owner. You know what I'm saying? Like what he did for Delonte West is really not even surprising if you just dig a little deeper into Mark Cuban's story. He was helping a lot of niggas who, the fact that Delonte West played for his brother been on the fact that Delonte played for the Mavericks was Mark Cuban's first attempt at helping him. You know what I'm saying? He was already kind of like chatter among the NBA was like, oh, like this nigga's kind of crazy or bipolar or whatever, and Mark Cuban like gave him a chance. That's how they got to know each other in the first place. You know what I'm saying? Right. And he did that shit with a lot of other players, and because Dallas was one of the worst teams in the league when he bought them. You know what I'm saying? He literally just like tapped in with like, yo, like how can I make this experience better for y'all, and started doing those things. You know what I'm saying? In the NFL, you don't hear of no owners, bro. No owners tapping in with the like, what do y'all want? What would make maybe Bob Kraft? You know what I'm saying? Maybe Robert Kraft, but like, and maybe that's why the Patriots are always so nice, but like
NFL worth more. I feel like you got it's a lot more. So
look at Jerry Jones, bro. He's the complete opposite of that. Like, if you have something to say, I don't even want you on my team.
Way more,
you know what I'm saying? Like
old money in the NFL, so way more. The way they don't even enable you to really get into there. Like, I feel like even the means to even acquire the team, probably going to NBA or these other sports leagues, it's a lot. It would be swifter as opposed to NFL.
What happened with Diddy trying to buy the Panthers? Yeah, like so that was a thing, and then it wasn't.
Yeah, because I think with the thing about Diddy though, I think he was trying to build a little pool,
like a team.
He was trying to pool some team. And
yeah,
I feel
like how like a lot of time it's a group that'll buy. Like Magic Johnson didn't just buy the Dodgers. Like he was part of a group of people that bought the Dodgers. Like when Jay-Z as well with the Nets. When you're trying
to be off some group shit and you're doing that shit somewhat on the fly, it's kind of hard to have everybody's interest aligned. So like, at the end of the day,
and you need real money to do that shit, bro.
When you're trying to get into some type of proposal like that, none of these niggas is like going to just be all antsy. Come on, bro. You want
probably asking me? You asking me for what? Probably $50 million just off from my cut.
I'm looking at this shit, I'm like, yeah, bro. I feel you. It's just not right
who's
now.
Gonna be the GM? like who's gonna like niggas bumping heads? So who's gonna be the GM? Who's gonna be the head coach?
Like it's not gonna be up for grabs soon. Nigga. It's gonna be gone. And like it's like hot real estate, nigga.
Yeah.
And like 2-3 weeks is gone. Do you want it?
Yeah. Big
nigga,
facts.
to get everybody to all that shit, nigga. Like even if you pull your money, you might look at the other nigga that you pull on your table at the table with. You're like, oh nah, bro. I ain't trying to do business with this. Like we've already had some shit, or like
Nah, and I'm good. Because especially
you gotta make sense at the end of the day, bro.
And
come on, it's a business.
There's something to the point of working with people that you like and going into business with people that you like. I hear that all the time. Like you don't want to go into business and do things with people that you don't.
I ain't buying this shit with you.
Yeah. Like you gonna like
no, I'm good. Thanks. Yeah. Like, maybe if it was somebody else, maybe if it was Magic,
someone who's a little. I've never known Diddy to be like a football fan or football guy.
Too, because you have to understand. People will really be off something.
You're not just going to buy it and then have halftime shows and stuff like that
you're into. Yeah. You're talking maybe something like a music label or shit like that. I might be more receptive.
This nigga can coordinate the concerts and shit
because you're talking based off of social issues. Boom, we got to buy back our. Yeah, that's nice, but again. This shit is almost a bill.
Yeah,
that's what it costs. Yeah. Like, and nah, bro, I gotta everything.
And also, it's kind of like what we were talking about too. Something that I think is just I don't know. It's interesting how people move in this way, where it's like they want to sit at a certain table and then they want the rules of the table that they join to change. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So like, if we're talking about all this, institutional racism amongst owners and ownership. Yeah, it's like okay, why buy an NFL team and then now be the only black person in a table full of white people and then try to change, or just use that money to start your own thing, like we were talking about. And it's the same thing with the Grammys. I hate the fact that motherfuckers be crying about who wins and who doesn't win Grammys, and then afterwards they'll invalidate the Grammys, and then the next year they'll cry again about who wins and who doesn't win Grammys. It's like, bro, do y'all care or do y'all not care? Please let me know, because it's like, if the Grammys don't matter, if the Grammys can award someone like Macklemore for best album over like the likes of Kendrick Lamar and who else came out with an album that year? It was crazy who Macklemore won album of the year over, and then everybody also started crying when Adele won album of the year over Beyonce. It's like, bro, like why? Like, okay, fine, but when BET try to bring the awards, you know what I'm saying, when BET starts giving out awards. Nobody cares about that. You know what I'm saying? It's like the source literally dropped. Like literally, the source awards used to be a huge thing. Now it's not a thing at all anymore.
I've never been a proponent of, you gotta learn the system to get in the system to break the system.
Yeah. I want to break the account. Why? You're gonna stress yourself out.
There are individuals in numerous industries and societies that do operate like that, and they are fighting a good fight, but they off some dark night shit in that. It's not like, is the system's breaking? Like, no, like I'm really like you giving back to your communities, you're using position to help, but you're not breaking shit. I believe in new systems. I believe in just creating new systems or just empowering things that came from you or from
I'm not
your communities. Then you can make this the new cool, because it's obviously that the culture is the coolest thing in the fucking world.
That's the thing.
So obviously
it drives it, bro.
Saying, just like how we said sports and art, I'm like, bro, we set the fucking
set the tone. We set the tone.
So we just gotta really focus on the fucking front end of shit a little bit more and be like, yo, we have to just build these systems and build these platforms in places, as opposed to being like, I gotta use their platform to try to do the done. No,
that's how you get hurt. That's how you end up.
You're gonna parrot opinions that you wasn't really even trying to do or shit like that. And in this day and age that we living in, it's like, bro, media really inspires like what type of motherfucking information get into. So like what I mean by that is like niggas just believe shit is how it is because it's always been that way. That's how it is. Like
the Grammys matter, the Academy Awards matter. Like they matter because
value as you put into it, just like the fucking dollar.
Exactly.
The same value
you still have
put into it.
You still have motherfuckers champion. Because the thing is, something that I learned, I be watching this shit called Film Courage. I was telling you about it the other day.
Film Courage.
Yeah, it's a YouTube channel. People campaign for those awards. Like you got to campaign for those awards, bro. Like you gotta basically suck up to the Academy. You know what I'm saying? To even be nominated for those awards. So the thing is, bro, like it's not based on 100% merit. Of course, like good things are going to win. You know what I'm saying? Great projects have won. I'm not saying that it's not somewhat based on merit, but like it is the game. You know what I'm saying? So it's like if you decide you want to play that game, then decide you want to play that game. But also that's not something that you have to decide. Like everyone don't hold weight on. There's some amazing talents who have not won any of these kind of prestigious awards. You know what I mean?
Inclusionary awards, these new awards they'll come up with just to be more urban with it. Like, bruh. Fuck that shit. Come on. That's what y'all trying to get. Like, come on. And this is the thing. I understand, but like on some real shit, like Wale was saying this shit in the clubhouse, and I was like, okay.
You said who? Wale?
And I was like, this is not a point that I've necessarily always
resonated with or
viewed.
Okay.
But I'm like, you got a point there. But even still, it just speaks to why we need to build our own systems more. But he's like, niggas be thinking you want a Grammy, like I guess solely off some personal validation and shit like that. But he's like, niggas don't know, like even off that, the opportunities that you receive within this shit change.
Yeah.
Because now how you get marketed, how your Asian market,
Grammy winner, Grammy nominated, like, even Grammy nominated.
It's
like
it's different. Yeah, that Grammy nominated and that Grammy winner is
I understand
different.
that.
So I was like, I get that.
But I also think that's kind of like different. You know what? I'm gonna take it here.
Like,
okay, go ahead.
Again, but like and it's like what we keep just harping over. It's like, but that's because you abide by the way that you can
that's what I'm saying. You want those benefits. That's like kind of like that house Negro mentality where it's you know what I mean? It's like
you might have to sacrifice your own shit.
Because the thing is, bro, talent always rises to the top, dog. Like talent always rises to the top. And point an example is the fact that like Macklemore won that album and people were like up in arms. Like people were outraged. Even when Adele won the album over won the award over Beyonce, like people were outraged. So it's like, okay, we know what's what, you know what I'm saying? Like we know who's talented, we know who's not talented, we know like what good work is, we know what bad work is. I think it's when you're in that middle of the pack, and you're just kind of like trying to maybe put yourself above the other people that you're kind of on par with. That's when those, well, I can say I'm Grammy nominated, and that puts me a little bit above someone who's as talented as me, but doesn't have that accolade being Grammy nominated. Right. You know what I'm saying? Which is just an ego thing. It's nothing more than an ego thing. Yeah, it only opens you up to the opportunities that it opens you up to. Like, it doesn't take away opportunities from you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's more of someone's patting you on the back and you're appreciative of someone patting you on the back. You know what I mean? Right. It's an interesting way to look at things, man.
Again, it's just, it's just these conglomerates that have been in place for decades, a year, so they are the standard. But we could always create new standards. Being disruptors, that's always something that's always encouraged. Like, you know what I'm saying? And like innovation is like, you want to disrupt markets. Like, those are the ones that really reap the benefits at the end of the day. Like, kind of like always a recent example that I always just think about, it's still like in the sports world, it's just like a LeVar Ball, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? The way that he really just came into this shit and really just, like, trust me, he definitely, they will never say it, but he definitely expedited that, like the NCAA. Now, like, all right, players can be able to monetize. Like, bro, because nigga, y'all been motherfucking, y'all are savages.
Yeah.
Y'all been fucking making billions for years, and was off some, no, nigga, we ain't get, like, y'all really was off some, no, why y'all want to play, like, nah, like, we need this for the schools.
Just be happy.
Do you know the fucking money that these schools have compiled, like, in their funds just from alumni and shit like that? These niggas that sitting on,
they don't need bread. They don't need bread
and
tuition and room and board and like you got thousands of kids paying, you know what I'm saying, room and board, all this type of shit.
Because it makes progress. Yeah. Like, now niggas get to make money. These fucking high school kids got fucking 300,000 followers on IG. Organic. Like,
big facts.
Followers around the world are growing up watching more than the nigga they watch NBA. They're like, this nigga's yamming. Like, out the
niggas
gym,
watching hoop mixtapes.
It's a different era.
It is.
We was on that mixtape shit. And now this shit has transformed.
Now it's like Ball is Live. Now it's like 30 of them.
Niggas really don't even have to go to the league if they don't want to. Like, bro, making ball.
You just gotta put good highlight tapes out. You just gotta put good highlight tapes on the internet. That's all it is. You know what I'm saying? You gotta actually have good skills.
I remember this nigga was doing the Air Woods.
Yeah, and what?
This nigga's doing all over the world, dressing up as Spider-Man,
and that was groundbreaking. I felt like to be able to like make bread off of basketball without being in the NBA was kind of a groundbreaking thing. They used to show the and one mixtapes. Remember when they used to show them shits, like, literally it was like a real, they used to show that shit like it was real world, like follow niggas on the bus, follow niggas going from park to park to park. Like, they had a whole like reality show off of that shit.
Out there,
mad niggas. And then even when the season's done, the NBA season's done, those niggas are going and linking up with those niggas. Those niggas are going to parks and like trying to get their ball game up, you know what I'm saying, or like trying to put it on display, you know what I'm saying. So like that thing. But okay, so we've taken it a lot of places too. I was gonna mention the whole Kyrie Irving thing, because Kyrie Irving came back this week, but it was also revealed, I think this kind of touches into the whole social justice thing that we were talking about with NFL versus NBA, because so Kyrie Irving came back. What was your thoughts on like his absence, and honestly just like the Nets, because we kind of talked about the Nets. We talked a lot about the Nets last week.
I know.
What's your after a week? Kyrie's back. James Harden is there. What's your assessment of what's going on?
No, so like onto Kyrie. Now I'm just like more so off some. Just I would like. Well, the thing is, I gotta walk back even shit. I gotta clarify. As long as he's communicating with his teammates and shit like that, which how would I ever know that?
Yeah.
As long as you communicating with your teammates and shit, media can always portray, you know what I'm saying, whatever the fuck.
But wasn't the team saying that they don't know what's going on?
Yeah, so the team,
or maybe that's just representatives.
Exactly. So that's the thing though. Maybe even Sean Marks might say that, like the team, but I'm talking about, your teammates, like people you playing with, shit like that. Again, it's just all internal. So I'm like, as long as that shit's Gucci, niggas could go ahead and try to play it however they want. And like how we just found out, like, he bought George Floyd families a house and shit like that. It's like, look,
that's a very tough move.
Very tough. And you know what I'm saying? You could have
still could have played while you did
it. It seems as if he went through lengths to not even have that, you know what I'm saying, disclosed for real.
Oh, so that wasn't something that was done recently? That was just something that was reported recently?
No, it was it was done recently, but it was just something that he was just even trying
to
like that. So like that's what's dope. And at the end of the day, it's like, put it in perspective in terms of the shit that you're doing, you know what I'm saying? Just doing shit with your money as suppose niggas like, yo, you missing out on $1 million. They about to fine you for shit like that. But you know, when you get to a certain stature with your life, you know what I'm saying? You already like financially straight. Like the shit that you're doing with your money, it's like, nigga, this is what it's all. This is what it's for. Like, if I can't do this,
100%.
If I can't do this, like what is it that I'm actually aspiring to?
I heard a quote from my guy Tim Ferriss.
With him, with me.
Yeah,
you know
I heard a quote from my guy Tim Ferriss along those lines where he said, when he started making money, he realized like the goal isn't just to have money. The goal is to do things that you want to do with it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that kind of like really, I mean, it kind of smacked me in the face because it's like, I never thought of it that way. You know what I mean?
I'm about to do something that's gonna set your family right, generations right, and like y'all already got wrong so bad. This can't even replace that or nothing. But I just gotta make sure you're all good in this way. Like,
that's
your life.
I mean, honestly, the move of doing that by Kyrie was mad commendable, bro. Like Kyrie gets a lot of flack in the media, bro. A lot. I'm not even going to sit here and say that I agree with everything he says. I don't care about a lot of the things he says. You know what I'm saying? If the nigga thinks the world is flat, I give no fucks. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think that, but like if he does, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? If you know what I'm saying, there was another time he like, I mean, he's always in the media for saying some shit that people don't agree with. But like it's also been quite apparent that he really is for this kind of like social justice movement, bro. Like he really has been
for sure.
He's been doing things like to
at the cookouts.
Yeah, like he's been kind of that. I don't know if I can compare him to Colin Kaepernick in this league, you know what I'm saying? But he's been kind of that guy that like fuck, like I'm like these things bother him. You know what I'm saying? Like these things be bothering. You can tell he's got like a little like not even a little, like a big emotional side to him. You know what I'm saying?
No, for sure. But you know, at the end of the day, it's like that's why it makes sense he with the Nets. Those some emotional.
You got like Kyrie, you got Kevin there, you got James Harden there.
What I want to see, I think Harden really should be the one, and I think Kyrie should play the two. I really think that's how it should be. Because to be honest, man, I truly feel like Kyrie in his heart of hearts, he ain't trying to facilitate shit, man. That nigga puts up buckets. He's a fucking monster. Let him guard the one. He can guard the one on D. But like offensively, let him play the two because that nigga James Harden facilitates shit. That nigga gets triple down. Like how Russell did the 3 years straight. Like James Harden can average a triple double if he wants to. That's really nothing. And the thing about it, I feel like it's really him. I'm not gonna say Westbrook is some stat stuffer shit. I'm not gonna say that, but I'm gonna just say like Harden's assists really come within the ebb, like in the flow of the game, way more than as opposed to just like dishing it off when you could have just like put that shit up. You know what I'm saying? So and this nigga, all of these niggas scoring capabilities. Crazy and literally Kyrie shit is literally
third. 3 of probably the top 10 scorers.
Best. Yeah, it's literally third best. Because like with KD and James Harden, that's any given night.
That's one.
And the thing is because KD just don't even be KD just the type of motherfucking personality type he is. If he was off some like Kobe shit, that nigga could go ahead and give you 50 and 60 pieces. Like that wouldn't even be uncommon.
Yeah.
It wouldn't even be uncommon. I don't even think KD's ever had a 60-piece game. You know, so like, but that he's very capable of that. But you know what I'm saying? James Harden, let him nigga have a 60-point triple-double. You know what I'm saying? This nigga's different. But they just gotta get that defense though. They gotta get that defense right. That's actually number one. They need to fix that shit because Colin Sexton dropped 42 on these niggas, 21 in OT.
Yeah, I know. I saw that.
And they won the game.
And nigga went lights out. Yeah. He went stupid.
The Cavs, like double OT. That's already showing me DeAndre Jordan, where are you at?
But sometimes
you're non-existent. Like what the
he's fuck? On that team?
Yeah, he's on that team. That's why Jared Allen, that trading Jared Allen, you know what I'm saying? That was a big deal. I understand, like you got James Harden, so like I mean, y'all want to trade this shit, but Jared Allen was enforcing shit down there, was blocking everything. That nigga's gone. So now
I was gonna say, like, what are you gonna do about a nigga that just goes like has one of those nights though? I mean, yeah, Colin Sexton isn't one of those niggas that you give up one of those nights to, but like
Colin Sexton, he's a dog. He hungry.
No, he is. That's what I'm saying. So it's like
he's a great piece.
He was throwing it up. Like it looked like he was. I saw the highlights of that. He was throwing it up, and it was going down. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna say it's not bad defense. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying.
This is what I'm saying. They're the type of team that it's like, yeah, all y'all niggas is tough, and all y'all gonna get your own bucket. But how other teams are gonna feel is off some. I might not be able to stop y'all, but I'm about to get mine too.
I'm gonna get mine too.
So it's kind of the game that y'all gotta play. Y'all about to just try to run it up on niggas because I believe y'all can run it up on everybody.
Yeah.
But when it's playoffs, the game get a little bit slower.
A little
so
tougher.
You're gonna have to play that half court more. And to that point, you're gonna need niggas. And I'm not doubting those three defense per se, but you're just the defense overall of the team. You know what I'm saying? So they definitely got to take that into account. But I mean, these niggas is definitely straight. But like, I believe like what Shaq be saying though. Like, I'm a Laker fan. I believe we gonna.
What do you say?
I feel like we're gonna win that shit again. But it's kind of crazy because of how serious that move was. It's a bust. These niggas don't win.
Oh yeah,
they should go to the ship. I'm not. What do you mean? Like, they got to the finals, but they're like, no, they should win.
Yeah.
They should win.
Yeah, they got to figure it out. Y'all got to figure it.
Got
to get the chemistry down
Kyrie got
now.
One. James Harden, you don't got one. These niggas should help you out and get you one. Yeah, so like that's all that go. And Harden, you already been to one. So
yeah, he's not. It's not unfamiliar territory.
So hey man, gotta win it. Gotta win it. Y'all put yourself in that little like Harden. He definitely like you forced your way out of there. You put that you wanted that pressure. I respect that. Gotta win it. Period.
Yeah. So if they don't, it's a bust. You said
it's a bust. It's a bust. And
this year,
and you better win it next year too.
That's what I was about to say. Like this year, they have to win it this year.
It's a bust.
Because where does the whole like
they gave the future away? They gave the whole future.
Yeah, I understand that.
But future away. These niggas is other than Kyrie. These other niggas is in their 30s.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
How old is James Harden?
32.
32. And KD's like what?
31.
31.
No, 30. Yeah. 32 or 31. One of them 32 is interchangeable. Like
not because I was thinking like, okay,
win right now.
You don't. There's no time to like build that chemistry.
This what you have to say too.
Even say that,
yeah. Building the like you say, build chemistry, but it's just other teams are just gonna react off of the move that you just made this year too.
Yeah.
So people just adjust. Like
so if you don't do it this year, it's gonna be tougher next year.
This is the year to get it. If any year,
it's gonna be tougher next year.
It's gonna be tough next year. That's why I was glad as the Lakers, even though it was COVID season, that we won last year because it kind of emboldens the team. We got a Schroeder. That nigga's going crazy. A whole nother dimension for a point now.
Yeah.
And it's like it's kind of like in our own way, we got like a big three now in its own little way. Even though Dennis Schroeder now, he's not like
he's not gonna be a big one, tough. But like he's very tough. I've always liked Dennis Schroeder's game.
He was playing with Chris Paul all of last year, just picking up that game real quick. Well, Chris Paul was back at the Thunder.
He got like long ass arms. Like he's a deceptively like long and tall dude. I mean, I guess he's not deceptively tall, but
I know
he kind of like definitely plays bigger. You know what I mean?
Bigger than he is.
Yeah.
And so yeah, the fact that we was able to snag that joint kind of emboldens ourselves, and it's like, yo, we just returned the champs, and this was the year, kind of to your point, the chemistry was even way stronger. So the Nets, I feel like those are the only ones that really made significant moves in the offseason. Like that was really crazy. The Sixers look like they gelling nice because they picked up Doc Rivers and Embiid is going nuts. How we all knew
expected
he could do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's going nuts
Big
right
facts.
now. Ben Simmons still not going scoring like that, but defensively he going crazy.
Yeah.
So, teams are getting better, but the Nets have instantly you've gotten three of like best players of our time in their prime
on the same team. Yeah.
Never seen some
what do you
shit.
mean you've never seen some shit like that? That was
never,
KD
like,
just came from a team like that. What are you talking about?
No.
4 of the best players in the league.
No, this is what I mean by that. Because niggas will even say LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh. But I have to be clear about that. I'm not even necessarily saying better or accomplish more. I'm saying we ain't never had these 3 players that can get their own shot off like this together. Never. Clay cannot get his own shot off like any 3 of those niggas. No. He's lethal, but for different reasons.
That's what I'm saying. Because, bro, the nigga scored 37 points in one quarter. Klay Thompson is not to be played with.
He scored 60 off 11 dribbles.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is Klay don't create his own shot
I hear what
like
you're saying.
Them niggas.
I hear what you're saying.
Off the dribble, it's different.
I hear what you're saying, but why? Okay, so what? My question would be, why is it a great thing to have 3 of those players like that on a team? Like, why would that be a good thing?
So no, so that's what we're going. That's what I'm saying. That's what we're going to see. I'm not saying they're going to accomplish more. I'm saying that makes them the best team. I'm saying that talent, individual talent to be on the team together. I'm saying Kyrie as an individual talent, you are insane. You're not reliant on anything. KD, you're generational. Generational. Harden, nigga, you're a fucking generational offensive talent. Never seen. Harden literally, like how Curry changed the game, Harden kind of changed the game too.
Yeah.
The way he didn't even stretch the rules. He took advantage of them. He was like, you can do this shit. Y'all niggas thought I was traveling. Now I got all y'all niggas. Got all y'all niggas doing that. Like, all y'all niggas. Got y'all niggas flopping with an art now. That was me.
Yeah.
Harden was the flop god. Flop god. Hey, yo, bro.
Flopping with the art.
Hey, bro. But like I'm just saying, these niggas
they used to call Divox the
IQ of the game. The IQ of the game so crazy. So I'm like, bro, this is really nuts. Like even when it go to like Dwayne Wade couldn't hit threes like these niggas. Could not hit threes like none of these niggas at all. Bosh, we're not even gonna talk about like threes like KD, like you know what I'm saying. Defensively stepped up. Harden is.
I understand. I see what you. So we're talking about three players that are good at doing the same thing versus like three great players on one team who are all great at what they do. That's what it sounds like.
Exactly. Because it's like as opposed to getting players that are just boom great.
Like Chris Bosh was great. Was like one of the best power forwards at that time. D-Wade was one of the best two guards at that time. LeBron is obviously one of the best players ever at that time. And then even in Golden State, like Klay Thompson is one of the best wing shooters. You know what I'm saying? Steph, Draymond is one of the best all around. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like now you got three guys literally were doing the same thing where they were. Now they're just gonna do the same.
That's why
I don't think that spells. I don't think that spells a good thing though.
No,
like,
but that's what. But I'm saying you gave up four first round picks. You gave up 4 more conditional first round picks. If fucking team, if you have a worse record, like no, if the other team has like a worse record than you, like no, or like vice versa, you have to give it up. So literally 8 picks on the board and 3 players. I
mean, he's a big draw. Like
bro,
you gotta
get. But you literally sold half the team.
So now it's like, all right, let's get a chip. We get a chip. I hope you bought a ring.
You can't make moves like that. You gotta win a shit. Like even for us, where we gave a lot for AD, man. Gave up a lot.
But y'all
it's great that we got this ship early. It was worth it. It's already worth it. It don't even matter if we don't even win. It was worth it. We got a ship. Niggas gotta win a shit.
Yeah, big facts. I feel that. Yeah, man. I think that was a great episode right there.
Yeah, man.
As we wind down, man, everybody, if you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe to the YouTube It's Nation TV. Follow Bruke Fasil on Instagram at Bruke Fasil. Follow me on Instagram at itsnation.com. Also, if you're listening on Clubhouse or if you are on Clubhouse and don't follow us on Clubhouse. His name is at Bruke Fasil on Clubhouse. Mine is at Mech Show on Clubhouse. Bruke, what you got going on this weekend?
I opened my boy Perry with a shoot later today.
Liddy.
Tomorrow just gonna be, regular edits and
same
shit of that nature. Working on websites and
Oh yeah, nice. Same. Just editing and stuff like that. But all right, guys. We're not even gonna hold y'all too much longer, man. Everybody have a great Friday, great weekend, and shit. We'll see y'all again. Same time next week.
Early.